And what is going on, everybody? I'm Secretly Toasty here, and today we're playing some more Pixel Car Racer. This is a Pixel Car Racer builds video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so if I'm a little rusty at this, just know that it's been since a video came out about like a month. Since I've recorded one about a month and a half, 2 months, because when I recorded it, I recorded it like a week or 2 weeks in advance. And this was back when Pixel Car Racer and FR Legends continued to make updates and stuff like that. Sorry, that was a little bit of a joke right there. But anyways, yeah. So let's get on to this. We are going to be building Bunta Fujiwara's 22B. I don't know why I came here to the garage. I've already recorded this episode, but it was at 3 o'clock in the morning. Technically, this morning. No, never mind. It was last morning since it's technically midnight. It was 3 in the morning, and I kept rambling on about like Subarus and Evos and stuff like that. So, that video is never going to come out, so I'm re-recording it. So if I mention things from the last recording, or if I mention stuff that makes no sense to like previous videos, that's why I'm doing it out of accident. I was about to say force of habit, but not really. This one's actually a really expensive car. It's a 22B Subaru, so it's this one, but it's got, it's not, it's, it is worth $98,000, so that's more than the 8.6, well actually that's a really expensive 8.6, it's more expensive than like this Lexus, but not quite as expensive as the NSX. This whole build's going to cost you $181,540 in-game dollars. And just to put that in perspective, most of that is this car. So if you already have this car, take $98,000 from it, and you're left with... Oh, give me a second while I Google this real quick. $540. So the total build for this car, if you already had this, it's going to cost less than the car itself. The parts cost $83,540. So that's a little bit less than the car costs. The reason I couldn't do that in my head is because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm dumb. I'm real dumb. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can't do it in your head, I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying, if it is an easy problem, I'm dumb. If it's not an easy problem, I'm still dumb. But not because... You understand. Anyways, let's go to the parts store and start buying parts. The ECU is going to be 24,000? No, that is correct. I was reading it weird. I read it at first as 240,000, which is more than that one, but it's the simple one. So this build isn't going to cost much, like I said, because I'm just going to try to make... Because in the anime, it's pretty stock. I think it actually is stock, 22B. But I wanted to add a little bit of, myself to it. I'm not just going to, post a video of me building a stock car, just buy the car and there you go. You add the spoiler and that's it. Nah, I'm actually going to put in some time into this, or at least I put some time into this, building this list. But anyways, you're not going to need nitrous or a livery. You're going to need the stock spoiler because he has the massive one from this STI. The intercooler, you're going to want the Type M. Alright. Okay, sorry, I heard a noise behind me. Engine's going to be stock. Brakes are going to be black, so the $3,000 ones. They might be red in the anime, but I'm not sure. I haven't watched the anime in quite a bit, so I wouldn't know. I keep hearing things. The exhaust. The exhaust is going to be the Flow Burn R. It's going to be $12,000. Oop, I passed it. That's Flowcat S. Flow Burn R, there you go. The wheels are going to be PR Evo X Golds. These are going to be $12,500. These ones are the closest ones I can get to the wheels. I know they're not perfect, but neither are any of the wheels from any of my builds. The suspension, I'm going to go with the R-Max 2, the red ones, which are $9,000 if I can purchase them. I pressed the thing like 3 times, and I guess my hands are just cold, which is weird because it's 1,000,000 degrees in this room. Wheels, semi-slicks, just so you get big tires, but like no lettering. That's gonna be $4,000. Or okay, yeah, $4,000. The turbo is $3,000. It's the T38. Intake is gonna be the VX Max. You know, just the red one, just the simple one. The pistons are going to be the VX Forge, not the VX Forge Plus. I mean, you can buy whatever you want. These are just the ones that I put in that, you know, aren't too over the top. Anyways, you're not going to need a body kit. You're going to need seats, just the max power sport, because that scene where Takami's driving the 22B, he has like red around him, and these are like the only seats that have red that aren't that one, which is over the top, and that one, which is full red. He has like a little red ring around his head. So it's definitely not that one because there's black in it. And then this one's a little too much. That could actually possibly be it, but I decided to go with this one just because it's simpler and it's cheaper. I'm trying to make this build as cheap as I can. Anyways, the paint's going to be stock. You know, the blue that it usually comes in. All the cars come in when you buy a car in this game. So let's just start building it. Just, you know, if you don't want to see the building process, skip forward like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Try 3 minutes and then skip another 2 if it's not done yet. So anyways, no body kit, no paint, so let's just go on to the performance parts, and no engine swap. The wheels, no nitrous, turbos, just a small little T38. Suspension, just a simple 3-inch drop. The semi-slicks, which really didn't do anything to tire size. Trembo slotted. The black ones. The intake cone. The regular old ECU. The VX Forge. By the way, this build is going to be really high horsepower. Yep, 700 horsepower. But that's because this game can't handle horsepower correctly. Like, the stock EJ Civic, the D16, it says that it has 280 horsepower. So right there, you can already tell something's not right. And then the small turbo right here, give me a second. 11 PSI. 11 PSI goes from 389 horsepower to 709 with 11 PSI. I've seen 20 PSI not even raise a car that much, especially a Subaru. I've seen Subarus run 12 PSI and not break even 400. That could also be a tuning problem, but since I haven't tuned this, I could also, you know, it could also be a tuning problem. Actually, you know what? Now I think about it. It says 709 right here. Let's see what it actually says in the dyno, because the dyno's right. Sometimes the dyno adds or subtracts horsepower. So, like I said, the dyno added horsepower. It added 8 horsepower, so 717 to all 4 wheels. So anyways, let's just take this on the quarter mile, take this to the toge, you know, somewhat, you know, I don't even know why I said somewhat, that made no sense to what I was about to say. Anyways, let's go do that. First thing I race is a Chevelle, and I keep forgetting that I don't have to do a burnout. Because all my cars that I own in this game are either front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Alright, so not a bad start. Actually a pretty good start because it didn't double shift, since I don't like tuning in these episodes. Alright, so let's see what I ran. I wasn't paying attention. A 9.9. That's really good. I mean, for 700 horsepower, it's probably not that good, but it's still a 9-second quarter mile. Out of a start that was, you know, It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's go to a race. Street toge. Even though it's not a genuine toge, I'm still gonna press toge, air quotes, and do it in Japan. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it at night, but that's because this recording app that I have can't really handle this game at night. All-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive. Alright. So watch out for the red exclamation mark is down at the bottom. Just zooming right past it. Honk the horn a little bit just because I'm bored. If you don't know, the little hazard button right there above your miles per hour, that's your horn, which you can also use if you're like driving on the street and you want to race something. You just drive up next to them, press that a couple times, and it'll just start a race. And I win. %, life, 0% for the opponent at 202 miles per. I don't know what that is in kilometers per hour for all you that aren't in the United States. So if you want me to convert that, actually, you know what, I will. Give me 1 second. That is 325.087 kilometers per hour. So that actually sounds really fast. If you just say 325 per, you know, that sounds really good. That sounds absolutely insane. Until you realize it's kilometers per hour and it's only 202 miles per hour, which is pretty insane, but not that insane. I mean, compared to 325. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've only been up to what, like 120 in a Kia? No, 120 in a... Was it the Kia? I don't know. But just for legal reasons, I'm going to admit that it was in Mexico and that I wasn't doing it on the streets and, you know, any other country. I'm not even going to label what country I'm in. If you know me, you know what country I'm in. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a tournament because it's all-wheel drive and this game can't launch all-wheel drive to save its life. I did the tournament in my last recording, and this is where I started talking about Evos and Subarus. I started ranting, and none of it made sense. I was actually racing this exact Evo, just think it was like blue, or no, I think it was red. And I started talking about the colors and stuff like that, and it was 3 a.m. and I was tired. None of it made sense. But you see how this game launches all-wheel drive, or rather the lack of launch for the all-wheel drive? This game really can't handle launching all-wheel drive. So that's why I only do all-wheel drive tournaments. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while it'll get its stuff together. You know, just saying stuff to get rid of that explicit word that I was going to put. But sometimes it gets its stuff together, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't, sometimes it does. And that's when you lose, because this game always puts you against higher horsepower cars. Or better tuned cars. Because in front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, you're gonna lose. That's just how it is. You're gonna lose. There's no chance of you doing anything about it. And switch. I meant shift. I don't know why I said switch. But yeah, right now it is currently only 12:23. It's not 3 a.m., so that's why these sentences are coherent and actually make sense. And audible, because before I was like whispering really low because like it was 3 a.m. and I didn't want to get in trouble with both my apartment building and, the people that live with me. So the video was just an all... God, why do I keep doing that? Or gosh, I meant sorry for anyone who was offended by that. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the video was just total pile of garbage. It was worse than a dumpster fire. Seriously. it was too low to hear. None of the sentences I said made sense, and the ones that do make sense were just me ranting, or not ranting, but like rambling on, and it would end up not making sense, and it was just all around HE double hockey stick. $50,000, which actually I make in a single race. I'm pretty sure. Let me just do a quarter mile just to check, and then afterwards I'm gonna do that chest that I won. Ooh, Datsun. Why do I keep doing that? Come on, bump it. There we go. Neutral. And a swifty shifty. And those wheels actually look really good on that Datsun, especially with the color that it is. Yeah, I really like it. I don't know why I stumbled there. Yeah, see, I won more than 50,000. I won 1,587 more in one race than I did in a 3-race tournament. So, yeah. Anyways, let's open that chest or crate or whatever. Those wheels would have gone so much better with this build. Anyways, let's just end the video here. Actually, let me go check, see how expensive those are, just in case you have these just lying around. You want to know how much they cost. 26,000, not too bad. I mean, it's not like a $500,000 pair of rims or wheels or whatever you want to call it. Actually, you know what? Just to give my opinion in the wheels versus rims thing, a friend of mine actually said this, and it actually made pretty good sense. He calls them rims when they're just the metal part. When there's a tire wrapped around it, he calls it a wheel. So, I thought that was pretty smart, and that's actually what I'm going by now. If it's just the metal, spherical, air quote, rim, I'm going to call it a rim. If I'm talking about one that's wrapped around in a tire, like what's on the car right now, which you can actually barely see the tire, but if it's wrapped around in a tire, then it's a wheel. That's just how I'm going to go by it. So, future videos, that's how I'm going by it. My voice sounds weird. Has it been like that this whole recording? You probably can't even notice it because my audio recording is absolute dog doo-doos. So it all probably sounds the same. But anyways, I'm ending this video here. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked the video, leave a dislike. Talk to me in the comment section. I'll give it thumbs up, hearts, and positive, and all around good comments. All around good replies to all around good comments. So positive, supportive, and all around just, good. But I'll never react negatively to a negative comment because that's quite me, and I'm all about spreading positivity. If you want positive content, go to my Twitter. It's full of positive content. You're not going to find anything negative. You're not going to find anything, that'll bring you down. It's all going to bring you up. It's all going to make you feel good. Just go follow that. In my description, above the Twitter, is my 2 Instagram accounts. Instagram number 1 is my main for myself and for the channel, so if you want to keep up to date with me or the channel, follow that one. If you like cars, trucks, motorcycles, well, actually, I don't have any motorcycle content on my second Instagram yet, but it's coming up soon. Since you're watching this, of course you like cars, trucks, stuff like that. So, go follow that one. You're going to find something there you like. And if you like a lot of it, go hit that follow button, because it really does help. Speaking of hitting buttons, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when I post videos. I post every other day, but not at the time, so that's what you're going to need the bell icon for. And I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.